Get your bones on. It's the Bobby Bones Show.
Also, if you're a YouTube follower, I push that alert button. So when we come on, you get an alert. Because like today, we've had to split this up. We did a big part of this live. We had to break off because we had a couple meetings. And then we came back again, live again. So if you want to watch it live, just be sure to hit that alert. You get the alerts when we could go live. A couple things that I made notes about. Amy, so you left yesterday, and Eddie was like, "Oh, I meant to ask her about something. I'm kind of freaked out." And so I told him what it was because he was freaking out.
What?
When you texted him, you said, "Hey,
Don't act what?
did you mean to send that to everyone?" I even meant to address it yesterday. So, but he was concerned.
So I saw a prank online where you're supposed to text your coworkers and just say, "Did you mean to send that to the whole group?" And then you just wait for them to reply. And he replied back. He's like, "Send what?" And then I was just like, "To our BBS like group thread." And then I didn't really have anything else after that because he wasn't really.
Yeah. So then she ghosted me. Like, okay.
Yeah.
That's
Because I was
that's part of the prank then.
Yeah,
Is it?
because I didn't really know what to say. But like, what were you freaking out
I
about?
didn't freak out. Let me
Because
tell
what'd you send?
No,
Exactly.
No. See,
Exactly.
There was. I don't understand the point of the prank. Like, I don't know how it's supposed to. What it's supposed to do.
I should have done it like right after.
No, it really like left a lasting impression.
Yeah. Let me tell you
But
what
the problem
it did.
is I did it on a weekend and I should have done it like while we're at work and emails and texts are flowing because then you think, I don't know.
Well, we were driving, like my wife and I and the family, and so I was like, "That's kind of weird." Like, she's like, "What?" My wife's like, "What?" Amy just sent me a text that said, "Did you mean to send that to everyone?" And she's like, "What did you send?" And I'm like, no, I didn't send anything. And then my wife starts thinking like, "Did you send something inappropriate to everyone?" And I'm like, "No, you're not understanding. Like, I didn't send anything." So then my wife's thinking I'm sending like nasty pics to the group or something.
So it actually worked, Amy.
Like, Amy,
It worked.
you want to start a fight in my family?
That's
Why do you have
hilarious.
nasty pictures at all, though?
Yeah, like why would that be your go-to? Why would you send a nasty picture to the group?
Well, what else would you refer
You could be
to?
like, "Oh, like our boss sucks." I'd be like, "Did you mean to send that to the whole group?" But instead you went dirty pic.
Remember that time when Morgan took a picture of me and I had a banana and 2 eggs?
Mm-hmm.
My wife's like, "You got to take that down." And I'm like, "Take what down?"
You didn't even know that it looked like a wiener.
She
Yeah.
thought I was doing wiener things. And I'm like, "I'm not doing that."
Oh, well, I'm sorry, my bad. That's not what I meant. I saw it and then I said,
But what's the point? Like, what's the reaction you're supposed to get? Like,
you're just supposed to see who's like,
It's
you
a
can
blank canvas, man.
cast a wide net.
Yeah,
like
blank
send it
canvas,
to-
and you just see what happens and watch the art.
and then someone might be like, "Oh my gosh, no." And then you're like, "Well, what was it?"
Yeah, like you right now.
I was like, what did I say?
Eddie's back at it again.
Oh,
Forgot
what's
why
he going to
I
donate?
forgot what I wrote this about.
Oh, probably giving,
No,
loving.
I'm not donating.
No, Amy, this is from you. Eddie's back at it again.
Oh, I
just
know
wrote
what
that
this
down,
is.
and I don't know why I had that written down.
Oh, I'll tell
Sending
you.
inappropriate pictures.
A second one?
No, he's back at trying to sabotage me again because he sent me another bird article, and after he sent the link, he just said double down.
It's a good one,
Like
dude.
go on the podcast and do the
Yeah,
bird
like
article
double
again?
down. And I'm like, I will never make that my story of the day again. Although I did read the article and I did find it interesting.
See?
What was the headline?
The headline.
9 bird side hustles.
No. People who put up bird and squirrel feeders in their yards usually share rare personality traits. And I was thinking of everybody in this room. Eddie and I think, are the only ones who
Anyone else have
who has
feeders?
bird feeders?
Nope, just us.
Okay.
Nope, just
so
you.
just us.
right.
So I have the traits, and y'all can see if Eddie and I have them.
This is awesome, Amy. What are the traits?
Okay. Naturally feel empathy for living things.
That's
Yes.
everybody.
Yes. No.
That's 90% of people. Almost nobody's going to go, I don't have empathy for living things.
Okay.
It's like saying, I like music.
Okay.
And so does
Right.
everybody else.
My
Well,
dad
how-
didn't like music.
How about this
But
one?
most people do.
Calm down with how you're acting because I've only said one trait and you
So-
freaked
this
out.
is so dumb.
Because
Go
the
ahead.
next one is more patient than most people.
Oh my gosh, we're so patient.
Way more patient than these people.
I know. You want to kill the bit already.
Can't even get through it.
Be patient.
That's not about patience. It's about
en-
judgment.
enjoy observing before reacting.
Love that.
Oh, I love responding instead of reacting. I love it.
I'm more of a reaction guy. Really enjoy getting a good reaction.
And you don't have a
in there.
feeder either.
Yeah.
Spend time reflecting in quiet moments.
I love quiet.
Yeah. And two more. They like caring for something outside themselves.
Family. We have kids.
And then finally, people that have feeders in their yard tend to appreciate slower, quieter routines. That's us.
All right.
I will say, though, that I did try to shoot a squirrel the other day just because they were eating.
In your yard?
Yeah,
No, that
because
is not naturally feeling
No,
empathy
but also
for...
you're in a neighborhood. Don't be shoot with what though? A pellet gun?
BB gun.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cruel.
And it was just in the butt, just so they wouldn't eat the bird feed, because they eat all the bird feed.
I was mostly worried about you shooting a gun in your neighborhood more than I am about what.
No. There were kids shooting guns in my neighborhood. I told them to stop. I saw them. This was a while back.
Like guns?
No, like BB guns. And they were shooting birds. I'm like, don't be doing that in the neighborhood. But squirrels eating food, the feed's expensive, man. So, like, you see a squirrel filling up his cheeks with all those seeds and nuts. I'm like, no, you're not doing that.
Not for you?
No,
Can't
nope.
sit here?
It's not for you, man. So I shot him in the butt.
Okay.
So, yeah, he told me to double down,
You
so I did.
You did.
Good
Man,
job, Amy.
glad you did. That's great.
Is this going to, like, come back to...
Amy, did you like the story?
I loved it.
See? That's all that matters.
I guess I just have
Hate
trouble with
birds.
stories where they just generically associate really common things with different personality traits when they really go with like 80% of the personality traits. That's my problem with looking at the stars and being like, oh, you're going to have a good day today.
Yeah.
But when you think about the star stuff, isn't it crazy how complicated it all is?
What? The solar system?
And I love that you called it star stuff.
No. I'm talking about astrology.
Astronomy or astrology?
Astrology.
Okay, astrology, not a believer in.
I know you're
no
not.
scientific, but astronomy, yes.
Yes, astronomy, yes. I'm talking, that's why I called it star stuff, because I was bringing it down to the level and
I think you
probably...
meant to say star
Got it.
bullshit.
Oh, got it. So not constellations, but like
No, I
horoscopes.
wasn't saying
Got it.
planets and stuff. No, I was saying star stuff like astrology. For it being hogwash, it's very complex.
What's your point?
Well, I'm just like, somebody spent a lot of time figuring out the houses and the moon, like, because there's houses. You
It's
have
a
to,
lot of people over a lot of years building on other people's bullcrap. Someone just didn't come up with it all at once. They started stupid astrology hundreds of years ago, and they just keep building stuff out, and new people have new theories. It's not even, there is no scientific evidence at all to support astrology. They've done testing. They've done studies where astrologers have attempted to map traits and personality tests, and astrology does not perform better than a written down piece of paper where
but
you answer
maybe it's
scientific
something you
questions about
can't
yourself.
explain, like faith. I mean, I guess there are biblical
You know what? If
accounts.
people that have faith in astrology, I think that's pretty stupid.
Yeah, I get it. It's just,
I think a lot of faith, though, if you're using like the Bible, there's historical.
that's what I said. There's actual
Yeah.
events and accounts.
But why are we comparing this to bird feeders? Like, that's different.
No, I just compare the stories where they just give just straight. You must be like this if you like this. If you must like to open your eyes and look at people if you like a cardinal. Well, now I'm like, no, a lot of people like to open their eyes and look at people. Blue Jays, Blue Jay.
Yeah.
Astrology does the same thing. Like you're giving. You're a Taurus.
Yeah,
Shut up.
yeah. Like your sign. I mean, people. I have some friends. They're very into that, and they're like, "Oh, typical Taurus." And then they'll start dating a guy, and they'll be like, "Oh, but he's a Capricorn." And I'm like, "So now you're not going to date him because of
I have
Capricorn
no people
behavior?"
in my life like that. That are that hardcore about that.
Yeah.
And if they were, you get them out of your life.
Probably.
What?
Smart.
Come on, no, you
Smart.
wouldn't.
If they really, really believed it, that means there are other things in our life that they feel that way about too. And that's probably not just going to
yeah,
roll.
but like if that's what they're into, like,
If it's like
why are
a
you gonna let
hobby,
it like
if it's a
burn your
hobby-
biscuit?
But if it's a hobby, that's great. I have no problem with that. But if like they're super into it, that means there are other things in their lifestyle that probably aren't going to roll with me either. We got crystals you pray into. What's next?
Yeah, they
Crystals.
probably
Oh, boy.
do.
Anyway, Morgan's gonna. Are you gonna fly Contour Airlines? I never heard of Contour Airlines.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
thinking about it. So it popped up for
In this
my.
day and age,
I don't.
What is
I don't
it?
even know what it is.
Yeah, I've never even heard of it.
right?
So it's a regional airline, I guess, and it's connected to American. I don't know. It popped up. Like I've been watching a Google flight tracker of like just checking flights and prices.
Is it a real? Because American Eagle is a version of America. It's American. It's the regional carrier. But this feels like a different airline completely.
It does, but I had posted about it because I was curious, and a bunch of people have flown it, and I guess it's just at smaller airports instead of at like major airports where it can take off from a major airport and land in a smaller airport because it's a smaller plane.
Can I read you what it says?
Yeah.
Contour Airlines is generally considered a safe, legitimate regional carrier.
Generally.
That word generally scares the crap out of me.
What on earth?
It scares me too. This is why I'm asking. I've never flown it. I hadn't even heard of it, but it's a really cheap flight.
Contour Airlines operates as a regional carrier focusing on connecting smaller cities to major hubs: Charlotte, Nashville, Phoenix, and Chicago. I guess it's a smaller plane. I don't know. I never.
So it's like just pretend you're flying private.
Right.
So
when
you
you
still have
get-
to go through the.
Oh, I know. I'm telling the way I psych myself out when I have to get on a plane that looks like this. I just googled it. It looks cool. I just
Is
am
it
like
smaller than one of those like regional, like American?
it looks.
American Eagle is the American Airlines.
But it's like if you like in the movies, if you look at like when they're flying a private plane,
it's
this is
smaller
sort of-
than that. Then how many seats on it?
I don't know, but it's probably maybe a little bigger. But my point is, I do this to myself when I'm at a small airport and I have to go board a small plane. I'm like,
You act like you're a movie star or something?
private. Yes, 'cause I'm like,
She puts
this plane
sunglasses
is
on, acts like
This
she's.
plane, I'm like, this plane
No
is
pictures.
fine.
No pictures.
Yeah, nothing to see here. I'm just boarding my private plane because psychologically it just like helps me pretend like I'm because it feels.
30 seat. I'm sure it's.
But this looks like
I'm
if
sure
this
it's
was
safe.
my point is if this
Generally.
was somebody's private plane, you'd be like, sweet jet.
If it was somebody's private plane, it would be massive.
Well, yeah.
I've never been on a private plane as big as these are.
Yeah, I guess.
Like 30 seaters.
Elvis
Yeah.
had one of those.
It's massive. So I feel like that's what one of these regional jets are underneath. I just had never heard of that airline.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, when I'm playing pretend, I'm a very successful person getting on my private plane. Y'all don't ever do
That would
that.
suck if you play
No.
pretend and you only have like mediocre success. You're like, I'm going to do my fantasy. And it's like your fantasy is only like dupes, like fake bags. And
Well, it doesn't work if you're like on an actual, what do they call the thing that can bridgeway, like when you're on a bridgeway walking on a Southwest, that doesn't work.
Oh, you
it's
gotta
when
walk
you
on the
have to be at
tarmac?
the tiny airports walking on the tarmac to a jet you're very scared to get on. You just psychologically you're like,
I have done that. Like, when you get out of those and they have the big staircase that goes up,
Yes.
I always feel like I'm the Beatles, like I'll wave.
yeah.
People coming out.
that's usually only in other countries. I've ever
Nah,
had.
L.A.
No, you can do it in
Burbank.
St.
With other
Pete.
countries to walk on the tarmac?
No, to do the stairs out of a plane.
Oh,
No,
just-
no,
like
I
big
do that.
stairs. I've
Yeah.
never done that on like a Southwest flight or anything. I
Oh
don't
no,
think.
no, not Southwest.
They're the
but
little jumpers.
Yeah.
like Durango, Colorado.
Never.
Really? It's a cool feeling. I even did the I'm not a crook.
You're talking about big stairs. 'Cause I mean,
Yeah, the
I
big
fly
stairs.
private, so that's a lot. But that's small stairs. That's not. But I'm talking about when you come out of like the. I've never done that unless
Oh.
it's in another country, and I have in every country I've done it. You do that. You don't even go to the airport and go through the thing like we have in America that connects.
The jetway.
It's all down the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys.
They do it in Hawaii, and they put a lei on you when you get off, and you get to be on the tarmac in your lei.
Yeah.
But I've been. I'm sure that happened to you. Me, I just connected up in Hawaii and walked right through the.
I know, because I've seen that in movies where they get out of the plane and I didn't get laid.
It just depends what gate you're at
Yeah, or if you flew Contour or not.
or what airline. Yeah, did they have a budget for the lays that day?
So I should or I shouldn't? Because that's
I would
Just do it.
It looks
Yeah.
as safe as if you're flying. Like when you fly to New York from Nashville, you fly the American Eagle, which is American Airlines, but it's a smaller plane, the regional jet. So it's that plane. Hit
Yeah,
it.
but it's just like,
Can't control that. That's why Southwest does the whole thing. Like it's always the same size plane. Like that's one of their selling points. You never get on one of these little planes.
Oh.
That's what this plane is one of those bigger littles.
You ever been on a little plane? Like an eagle?
Oh, you
No.
for sure have. You for sure
Oh,
have.
you
Coming
never
out
had
of
one where there's
Wichita?
one seat?
Wichita is probably
Yeah.
only those.
One seat on one side
Okay.
and then two on the other.
I think. Well, normally I fly Southwest out of Wichita, but
That's a good point. You got me there. Sorry about that.
it's okay. But there was one when I flew from home when I was going on my trip overseas, and I did fly on like a little teeny tiny one, and it was kind of scary. I won't lie.
yeah, if you're in another country, pray.
Well, I was here.
But do you think people say that about America now? Because we're like in the news all the time. They're like, be careful getting on a plane over there. Because I
Maybe.
feel like that's what we have been able to say about other places. And now people can say that about us.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's a pretty wild portrait of America outside of America with the guns, and we're always like, this country's so unsafe, and it's like we got more guns, we got more shootings than anybody else.
Speaking of,
We have no idea. We're like, we need to hold a mirror up.
did you see that guy in Mexico?
I need you to elaborate.
Was this a pyramid?
Yeah.
And yeah, did we talk about it?
I don't know what the story
Okay,
is.
a guy is at a pyramid, shows up, tourists are there, and he starts shooting. One Canadian person maybe is the fatality, and then a dozen others injured. It's so terrible. You see him just come up at the pyramid, and people are just there touring the pyramid.
In Mexico?
Yeah, Mexico City.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think that is? My understanding, which I'm sure is extremely shallow, is that cartel don't shoot on normal people.
For the most part, no. Not like that.
Maybe just a deranged
Is
person.
this cartel related?
I don't know, but I
don't think
automatically
so.
go cartel when I think like Mexican gun violence. What do we think it is?
I just kept seeing gunmen, and I feel like if it was cartel, they would say a cartel
Yeah.
gunman. An armed man standing atop one of the historic Teotihuacan
Yo, it's a tough
pyramids opened fire on tourists, killing one Canadian, leaving at least 13 people injured. The shooter has been identified as 27-year-old Julio Cesar Hasso of Mexico.
Is that rare for Mexico City? Because honestly, that's not that rare here. There was another one where a dude killed 8 kids this weekend.
Oh my
in
gosh,
in
how
Louisiana, and
terrible.
it was just a blip of a story because it happens in America so much.
I know.
But and it was like at 6 a.m., right?
I don't know
Which one? The
The
new
Louisiana one.
I think it was like a span of time because it was in different locations.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sad. I know you're right, Bobby. It's like I see it. It's like, oh, another headline.
Every day. When we bring up the stats, like every day there's some sort of mass shooting in America.
Yeah.
But it's like, and we're like, man, other countries are so unsafe. It's like, bro, we had one here right down the road at a school, killed multiple people, kids.
Yes. Covenant. Shooting aside, though, that pyramid location is legit.
Have you been?
I've been to that. It's so amazing.
You been to Mexico
Really?
City?
Mm-hmm. No, many times when I was younger. We had friends that lived in Mexico City, so we would go.
What's the skyline look like there?
Well, so fun fact: Mexico City's it's built in an old lake, so it's kind of like low, and it's surrounded by a bunch of mountains.
Oh.
And there's a volcano that's I don't think active, or maybe I don't know, but you can see that kind of from a distance. But Mexico City's crazy, man, because it's so big. It's so big that like I don't know. My memories of Mexico City is just like this is the biggest city I've ever been to in my life.
Mike,
Yeah, I remember it being crazy. I went when I was probably like 5 or 6 years old. I just remember there being so many people, and we had our car broken into. We walked in a store for like maybe 5 minutes, came back, and all our mirrors were taken off.
That's crazy.
nothing from
The
inside the car?
mirrors?
Nothing. They just wanted to sell the parts.
I remember us being at I remember a couple of things. I remember the traffic lights don't mean anything. Like people see a red light and all they do is just slow down, look, and go. Like they don't stop at all at red lights. And then I remember being in traffic and this guy coming up with a bucket and a squeegee to like clean the window. And the guy that we were with said, no, I don't want that. And the guy said, okay, just spit on the window then. I was like, wow, that's crazy. This place is nuts. But this pyramid place, there is a whole stadium there. I mean, how long ago were these? I think they're the Aztecs. I mean, there was a whole stadium there where they played soccer with skulls, like just the sacrifices on top of the pyramids, just crazy stuff that you think like, wow, that all
That
happened
actually happened right here. Yeah.
I also remember my dad getting pulled over by police, and he just had to pay him.
Yeah.
Like, let him go.
That's crazy.
That's
But it's
nuts.
no more corrupt than what our government officials are doing now. Just different.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. Thank you guys. We will see you tomorrow. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Tuesday. I have a Bobby cast up with Melissa Peterman, so you can hear that. I know we did it in part 1 a little bit, but that is up. You can go to Netflix and watch it, or listen to the full podcast over on the Bobbycast feed. All right, that's it. We will